When it comes to Social Security, proving your earnings is a crucial step in ensuring you receive the correct benefits. Many people are unsure which documents are accepted by the Social Security Administration, SSA, as valid proof of income. In this video, we'll walk you through the essential documents you need, why they matter, and how to prepare them for submission. Whether you're applying for retirement, disability, or survivor benefits, having the right paperwork can make the process much smoother. Let's start by understanding why proof of earnings is so important for your Social Security record. Your Social Security benefits are calculated based on your reported earnings over your working life. If your earnings record is incomplete or inaccurate, you could receive less than you deserve. That's why it's vital to provide solid documentation when the SSA requests proof. These documents help verify your reported income and ensure your benefits are calculated correctly. Inaccurate records can lead to delays or even denials, so understanding the importance of documentation is the first step in protecting your future benefits. One of the most common documents used to prove your earnings is the W-2 form. This form is provided by your employer each year and summarizes your total wages and the taxes withheld. The SSA relies heavily on W-2 forms to verify your reported income, so keeping copies of these forms is essential. If you're missing a W-2, you can request a duplicate from your employer or the IRS. W-2 forms are especially important for employees as they provide a clear, official record of your annual earnings. If you're self-employed, your proof of earnings will look a bit different. Instead of W-2 forms, you'll need to provide copies of your federal tax returns, specifically the IRS Form 1040 and the attached Schedule SE. These documents show your total self-employment income and the Social Security taxes you've paid. It's important to keep accurate records and file your taxes on time, as the SSA uses this information to update your earnings record and calculate your benefits. Pay stubs can also serve as supporting evidence of your earnings, especially if there's a discrepancy in your records. While not always required, pay stubs provide a detailed breakdown of your wages, hours worked, and deductions. If you notice a difference between your reported earnings and what's on file with the SSA, submitting pay stubs can help resolve the issue quickly. Always keep your pay stubs organized and accessible, just in case you need to provide them. If you already receive Social Security benefits, you'll get an SSA 1099 form each year. This document reports the total amount of benefits you received, which can be important if you need to prove your income for other programs or for tax purposes. While SSA 1099 forms don't prove your work earnings, they are essential for documenting the benefits you've received and should be kept with your other financial records. Maintaining accurate records is key to ensuring your Social Security earnings are correctly reported. Mistakes can happen, whether it's a typo, a missing document, or an employer's reporting error. By keeping all your earnings documents, W-2 seconds, tax returns, pay stubs, and benefit statements organized and up to date, you can quickly address any issues that arise. Good record keeping is your best defense against errors that could affect your benefits. If you discover that you're missing important earnings documents, don't panic. There are steps you can take to retrieve them. For W-2 forms, contact your employer or the IRS for a copy. For tax returns, you can request a transcript from the IRS. If you're missing pay stubs, check with your employer's payroll department. The key is to act quickly so you can provide the necessary proof to the SSA without delay. Sometimes, you may notice an error in your Social Security earnings record. If this happens, you'll need to provide documentation to correct it. Gather your W-2 seconds, tax returns, or pay stubs that show the correct information. Submit these documents to the SSA along with a written explanation of the discrepancy. The SSA will review your case and update your record if your evidence supports the correction. If you've worked for multiple employers in a year, you'll have more than one W-2 form. Make sure to keep each one, as the SSA needs all of them to accurately calculate your total earnings. Missing a W-2 from one employer could result in an incomplete record and lower benefits. Always double-check that you have all your W-2 seconds before filing your taxes or submitting documents to the SSA. If you served in the military, your earnings may be recorded differently. The SSA receives information about your military pay, but it's wise to keep your military earnings statements and discharge papers. These documents can help resolve any discrepancies and ensure your service is properly credited toward your Social Security benefits. Government employees may receive different forms, such as the Form 1099G or Specialized Earnings Statements. If you work for a federal, state, or local government agency, make sure to keep all official earnings documents. These are necessary to verify your income and ensure your Social Security record is accurate. If you earn income from non-traditional sources, such as freelance work or gig jobs, you'll need to provide documentation like 1099 forms and detailed invoices. The SSA accepts these as proof of earnings, but it's important to keep thorough records and report all income on your tax returns. This ensures your earnings are properly credited and your benefits are calculated accurately. Agricultural workers may receive special forms, such as the IRS Form 943, to report their earnings. If you work in farming or agriculture, keep all pay statements and tax forms related to your income. These documents are essential for proving your earnings to the SSA and ensuring your work is properly credited. If you work as a domestic worker, such as a nanny or housekeeper, your employer should provide you with a W-2 form. If you're paid in cash, it's especially important to keep your own records of payments received. The SSA will need official documentation to verify your earnings, so always request a W-2 and keep any pay receipts. If you receive tips as part of your income, it's your responsibility to report them to your employer so they can be included on your W-2. Keep a daily log of tips received and retain any documentation, such as tip-out sheets or employer statements. The SSA will use your reported tip income to calculate your benefits, so accurate records are essential. If you've worked abroad, proving your foreign earnings can be more complex. You may need to provide foreign tax returns, wage statements, or official letters from your overseas employer. The SSA may also request translations of these documents. Keeping detailed records of your international work is crucial for ensuring your earnings are properly credited. If you're applying for Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, you'll need to provide proof of your recent earnings. This can include W-2 seconds, tax returns, or pay stubs from the last few years. The SSA uses this information to determine your eligibility and benefit amount, so make sure your documentation is complete and up to date. When applying for survivor benefits, you may need to provide proof of the deceased worker's earnings. This can include their W-2 seconds, tax returns, or pay stubs. The SSA uses these documents to determine the benefit amount for surviving family members, so it's important to keep these records even after a loved one has passed away. If a child is applying for Social Security benefits based on their own earnings, such as for disability, they'll need to provide the same types of documentation as adults. This includes W-2 seconds, tax returns, or pay stubs. The SSA will use these documents to verify the child's work history and determine eligibility. Students who work part-time or during the summer should also keep their W-2 seconds and pay stubs. Even if you're not earning much, these documents are important for your Social Security record. Over time, your earnings add up and can impact your future benefits, so start good record-keeping habits early. Seasonal workers, such as those in tourism or agriculture, may have multiple short-term jobs each year. Keep all W-2 seconds, pay stubs, and any other earnings documentation from each employer. This ensures your full earnings are reported to the SSA and you receive the benefits you've earned. If you receive a pension from a job not covered by Social Security, you may need to provide pension statements or award letters. These documents help the SSA coordinate your benefits and ensure you're not over or underpaid. Keep all pension-related paperwork with your other financial records. The SSA increasingly accepts electronic records, such as digital copies of W-2 seconds and tax returns. Make sure your digital documents are clear, legible, and complete. Store them securely on your computer or in the cloud, and back them up regularly to prevent loss. Electronic records can speed up the verification process and make it easier to submit your proof. When you're ready to submit your proof of earnings, follow the SSA's instructions carefully. You may be able to upload documents online, mail them, or bring them to a local office. Always keep copies for your records and confirm that the SSA has received your paperwork. Proper submission ensures your benefits are processed without unnecessary delays. Not all documents are accepted as proof of earnings. For example, bank statements, personal ledgers, or handwritten notes are generally not sufficient. The SSA requires official documents such as W-2 seconds, tax returns, and pay stubs to verify your income. Submitting unofficial documents can delay your application and may not resolve any discrepancies. Protect your earnings documents by storing them in a safe place, such as a locked file cabinet or a secure digital folder. Consider making copies or scanning important papers in case the originals are lost or damaged. Keeping your records safe ensures you can quickly provide proof if the SSA requests it in the future. It's a good idea to keep your earnings documents for at least 7 years or longer if possible. This includes W-2 seconds, tax returns, pay stubs, and benefit statements. Keeping records for several years allows you to address any issues that may arise with your Social Security account even long after you've left a job. The SSA offers online services where you can view your earnings record, request corrections, and submit documents. Creating a My Social Security account allows you to monitor your record and catch errors early. Using these online tools can make managing your Social Security information much easier and more efficient. If the SSA disagrees with your submitted proof, they will notify you and may request additional documentation. Respond promptly and provide any extra evidence you have. If you still disagree with their decision, you have the right to appeal. Understanding the appeals process can help you protect your benefits and ensure your earnings are accurately recorded. If your proof of earnings is rejected and you believe it's a mistake, you can file an appeal with the SSA. Gather all supporting documents and submit a written statement explaining your case. The appeals process may take time, but it's an important step in ensuring your earnings are properly credited and your benefits are correct. If you're having trouble gathering proof or navigating the Social Security process, consider seeking help from a professional. Accountants, attorneys, or Social Security advocates can guide you through the documentation requirements and help you resolve any issues. Professional assistance can be especially valuable in complex cases or if you're facing an appeal. Once you submit your documents, the SSA reviews them for accuracy and completeness. They may contact you if they need more information or clarification. The review process can take several weeks, so be patient and check your application status regularly. Providing clear and complete documents helps speed up the process. Avoid common mistakes when proving your earnings, such as submitting incomplete documents, missing deadlines, or sending unofficial records. Double-check that all your paperwork is accurate, legible, and includes all necessary pages. Taking care with your documentation helps prevent delays and ensures your benefits are processed smoothly. If your earnings change or you receive new documents, update your records promptly. Notify the SSA of any significant changes, such as a new job, self-employment, or a correction to previous earnings. Keeping your records current ensures your Social Security benefits reflect your true work history. An earnings record is the official history of your reported income as maintained by the Social Security Administration. This record is used to calculate your benefits and is updated each year based on information from your employers and tax returns. Keeping your earnings record accurate is essential for receiving the correct Social Security benefits. The W-2 form is an official document provided by employers to employees each year. It reports total wages earned and taxes withheld, and is a primary source of proof for Social Security earnings. The SSA uses W-2 forms to verify your income and update your earnings record. IRS Form 1040 is the standard federal income tax return form used by individuals in the United States. For self-employed individuals, it includes schedules that detail business income and Social Security taxes paid. The SSA uses this form to verify self-employment earnings. The SSA 1099 is a form sent by the Social Security Administration to people who receive Social Security benefits. It shows the total amount of benefits paid in a year and is used for tax reporting and as proof of income for other programs. Schedule SE is a tax form attached to IRS, Form 1040 for self-employed individuals. It calculates the amount of Social Security and Medicare taxes owed on self-employment income. The SSA uses this form to credit your self-employment earnings. A pay stub is a document provided by your employer that details your earnings, taxes withheld, and other deductions for each pay period. Pay stubs are useful for resolving discrepancies in your Social Security earnings record and serve as supporting evidence of your income. A 1099 form is used to report various types of income other than wages, salaries, and tips. Freelancers, contractors, and gig workers often receive 1099 forms. The SSA accepts these as proof of non-traditional earnings when calculating your benefits. IRS Form 943 is used by agricultural employers to report wages paid to farm workers and the taxes withheld. If you work in agriculture, this form serves as proof of your earnings for Social Security purposes. Official documentation refers to government-issued or employer-provided records that verify your earnings. Examples include W-2 seconds, tax returns, pay stubs, and benefit statements. The SSA requires official documents to ensure your earnings are accurately recorded and your benefits are correct. In summary, proving your earnings to Social Security requires official documents like W-2 seconds, tax returns, pay stubs, and benefit statements. Keep your records organized, respond promptly to SSA requests, and use online tools to monitor your earnings record. By staying proactive and informed, you can ensure your Social Security benefits are accurate and secure for the future.